I'm so glad you played along there.
My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Oh, it's cute.
Hey, Yuri. This might be a little silly thought. This might be a silly thought, but...
You're a silly thought.
He's gonna make that joke!
The main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways.
She's baseball bat.
Is her name Lucille?
She's weed.
She's actually a hammer.
Yeah.
But she also second guesses a lot of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of your mannerisms.
What the fuck are you trying to say?
I think he's trying to say you're weak.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But, Brian, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait. I didn't mean it.
Save it.
I didn't mean it in a bad way or
Yeah,
anything.
you really should save. You should save the
No.
game often.
No. Save the conversation I meant.
But you should also save.
Yeah, once we're done with this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing.
Oh my god, something weird about to happen.
No, you just get choices.
I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Bitch, you cute. Cameron.
Oh, sorry. I was rubbing my eyes. Okay, everyone.
That's what they call them nowadays, eyes.
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
Oh, yeah?
We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. What did he do?
What did you do to her, Brian?
I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward
What
to
did
this.
you do to him?
It's not... It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb.
Ouch!
You
Alright.
bitch!
Alright?
Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you?
Oh! I guess I don't have much of a preference either way.
Which means, yes, only read it with me.
If you read it with anyone else, I won't care. I'll just slowly kill you.
In that case, I'll read it a little more tonight.
You can't read.
It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time.
But only the first 2.
There will be an exam tomorrow.
If
Do
you
your
go
homework.
over into chapter 3, I will know.
Alright. I stand up. I stand proud.
Alright.
I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back in my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
It's back.
It's returned!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Just whip it out.
Wait, hang on.
Hey, wait.
Like you did one for every fucking person.
Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook.
That's cute.
On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit.
Yay.
Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same thing myself.
Except it's my pants.
Suddenly, one of the girls tears it from the notebook.
Alright, who do you want to share your poem with?
I mean, Yuri's the obvious
Also,
choice, but...
I'm being kind of pushy about this. Just hit save.
Alright, fine. Save.
Does it matter yet?
No, but at
But
least we
just-
have something to go back to.
Alright,
Okay.
return. Alright. Ooh, alright.
Remember who's your bestest pal.
I mean, it makes sense to show it to her first, right? Considering
I'm not saying a word.
Casey.
I think Chris wants a break.
Speaking as not Sayori. Okay, but
As
Yeah,
not
let's
Sayori.
give
Chris
let's give
wants
Chris a break.
Chris
I
wants a
really-
break.
Okay,
don't care.
answer me this at least. Do I eventually show it?
Does the order matter? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I
Or
don't know.
do I eventually show it to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give Chris a break.
Alright.
I'll take
Oh
Wade.
boy. Okay, let's just do it in order so that way it's Casey, Cameron, Chris, Cameron.
That makes sense.
Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
My good friend.
Good.
Dot.
Right.
This is a good poem, Brian.
Oh, we don't even get to see it?
No.
Are you sure it's your first time?
Not.
Are you a poem virgin?
Oh, yuck.
Poem Cherry Boy.
Of course.
I just popped my
It's not that
chair.
it's not that
Just like
good.
Tamina.
Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room.
You dense bitch.
You dense thought. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
You best not. See? It's like I said before, Brian.
Make it stop.
Deep down, you're not selfish at all. You
Make-
know?
Make it stop.
Make it stop.
Make it stop. Make it stop. Brian.
What do I do? How do I make it stop?
Make it stop.
Just
Trying new things like this
Casey.
for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Or people who are manipulative.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here.
yeah. I just want some
I just want some pussy.
badge. Just looking for that slap.
I'm just looking for some bagoobs.
Damn it! You fucking took my word after you made fun of it. You
just looking
That-
for that slash, that gas.
Stop!
That
Stop!
slash ringing, the
Stop
crash
ringing.
dinging, ringing.
Vagina dinging.
Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined.
I bet I am.
Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Part
Yeah.
Of the crew. Part of the crew.
Part
also seen her bagoo.
Part of the crew. Part of the ship. Part of the crew.
of the ship.
And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay?
With my bagoo.
All right.
Alright.
That-
We're done.
That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
Oh no.
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Look at the blush you.
It's because she's a poem virgin.
Oh my god.
We'll see about
She's
that.
Are we gonna just run with this term?
No, I'm the one
Oh.
reading it, so.
No. Read it in.
Oh no.
I
Wait.
Because it's
I'll hold on. Let me get.
Okay,
poem.
should it be main character reading it or writer reading it?
I think it should be writer.
I think
Oh
she's a
no.
writer.
Alright.
Dear Sunshine.
Shit, I think the mouse.
However, if you
Mouse is dead.
mouse is dead.
After you read this, we'll.
However,
got
if
batteries.
you can't read it, then we're gonna go to Brian.
Dear Sunshine. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me.
Whose voice is
Kissing
this?
my forehead to help me out of
Somebody's
bed,
inner voice.
making
that's
me
her inner
rub
voice.
the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Okay, and the mouse actually is
what
dead.
did you think?
Click outside the poem area to continue. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
Oh my gosh, she's just
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night. What?
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean! I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Make it stop! Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast.
Oh, she's so cute.
I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Oh, shit. Oh. That was right click.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's your reaction. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm going to write down the best poem ever.
Your voice is shifting.
Well,
Suddenly the inner voice is taking over.
I guess I look forward to it.
He's just becoming more stubborn.
Alright, Natsuki.
Can I read
Let's
Natsuki's
get-
poem? I just want to read the poem.
But it's fine.
Okay.
You remember,
Besides,
you
you
just said you were reading too much.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that I was reading too much. It was that I wanted to be able to see it better because I was reading a lot. It's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
switch characters or switch places?
Places.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh.
saying switch characters.
Okay,
Okay.
then, you idiot.
I'm sorry we kept saying no.
That's why I was like, okay.
Yeah, we all thought you were saying switch characters.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah,
Alright.
I was like,
I'm
okay.
fine with Yuri.
Okay.
Yuri's
Everyone loves
fine.
Yuri.
Yuri's great.
Ellipses.
Ellipses question mark?
Thank you. It's a little late, but thank you.
I mean,
Brian, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this?
I'm moving the mic real quick.
She is referring to your poem. She does not like it.
Oh.
Do you think I'm stupid?
Baka.
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. I mean, I'll start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Dick.
Ellipses. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better, anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's
I saw you
stupid.
Snapchatting, my guy. I saw you Snapchatting that. I don't care.
I don't care. I said the line already.
Oh.
Alright. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Bitch, what?
I love that poem. That's why I wanted to read it. It's like, bruh.
It's actually good. I like it. It's actually really depressing. Yeah. Okay, can you guys put your fucking phones away?
I was
Put the
just
fuck away.
making a story about Natsuki. Okay.
I'm working publicity here, man.
I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
Do you?
No.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Because you don't like it. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves?
I
Right.
like breakfast.
Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It really helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
Yeah, you bunch of bitches.
I want breakfast!
That's what I like, is the poem is very but then she's like,
Here's my sophisticated
Well,
logic.
it makes sense.
No, yeah.
Go read the
I really
poem.
do like
Yeah.
it.
That's what it means to be a pro. Nothing personnel, kid.
My god, she has the face for it though.
Time to raise my APM.
I want to eat some Doritos and drink some Mountain Dew.
Is this easy mode? Okay, I'm done.
Alright. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Mediocrity, yeah.
Oh! Did you just dab?
That was like a hyper dab. Oh, yuck! Okay. Moving on.
Yeah, guess not.
Well, I feel better about myself now.
I decided to humor her with that last comment.
Get right.
I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, Yuri. Yuri!
Yuri!
Yuri.
Ellipses.
I'm trying to make it less just reading text.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face.
Smooth.
He's gonna hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
I'm just mad you lost your poem virginity.
Sayori!
Yuri takes a breath.
Oh, yep.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you.
Wow, the protagonist is a natural.
This is
What a shocker.
This is actually my first time, really.
That's what I said on my first time, too.
What a shocker.
You like shocking him?
It's kind of weird, but...
Huh?
But yeah,
I
whatever.
mean, you do you, man. You do you.
It was,
Obviously,
it was a joke!
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is our joke.
It was just the air of Casey staring at me. It's like, oh god, I fucked up. That was
Oh
a
my
bad
god!
joke.
Oh my
We're
god, they
acting.
know! Oh
We're
my god!
acting.
Oh my
Wait,
god,
we're
they know!
acting?
Oh my god, I know! I'm from Georgia!
Yep.
We're acting? Fuck, if I'd known that, I would have put something into Yuri.
I would too.
I'll put
I mean,
something
look
in
at
here.
those. Look at,
You know.
I was just using my Saturday voice.
I put something into Yuri. I mean, look at those.
Yep.
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 Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant...
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse.
Shit, ass, fuck, what do I say?
She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. And they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finishes her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering's completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for.
There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things.
It's time to duel.
It's time! I'm having a seizure! I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a
Alright.
little biased, though.
Alright.
No, she changed her demeanor.
Alright, Yami. Bias? How?
I love it.
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that.
No, you shouldn't.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Yes.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do.
Good luck.
I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Isn't it, Cameron?
Isn't it?
It's a
Isn't
very
it?
Doki literature.
I will use a very
Oh,
psychological
God.
response. I got it. I will give a very psychological
Can't
response back.
fucking
It
read that.
depends.
Can't fucking read that.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate
Wait, read
beneath
the title.
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I just saw a freckle grow on Chris's face.
Every time I narrate, I get a new freckle.
Ding! I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
Girl?
What? Nani?
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 I wasn't thinking that at all.
But you took a long time to read it.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh?
Pretty awful.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild.
Oh my
Good
god.
With the subtlety of a brick wall.
Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Because you're stupid.
Are you into ghosts, Cheery?
Hugh. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Brian. You fucking moron.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Really?
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's
Not
nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah.
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 This is Japan, so anything bigger than like 4 inches is pretty impressive.
Alright.
Wow.
And continue.
If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Brian. You and only you. Nothing but you.
I want breakfast!
Me too.